everyone! Welcome back to Homemade for the Holidays. Today is Tuesday, December 8th, and that means there's only 17 days left till Christmas. Today we're going to learn to make sock snowmen. They look kind of like this guy, or they can look like this guy. It's a great way to use up those old single socks, or you can use brand new socks that you've gotten at any department store or the dollar store. Now is a great time to find those holiday socks as well. So yeah, let's get started. Okay everyone, so I have all my materials assembled. And we're going to start with the plain white sock, and you're going to cut it right here at the heel. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to enlist my daughter's help. She's going to fill the sock with rice for me. So this is where you decide how fat you want your snowman. I like mine pretty fat. If you have a taller sock, you can fill it fuller and make a taller snowman. Or if you have like a baby sock, you can make a small snowman. Really, the sky is the limit. Say 2 more scoops. If you don't have rice, you can use things like beans, or you could potentially even use sand, as long as you make sure that the sand doesn't seep through the holes in the sock. So your next step is to take an elastic and just secure the top of the sock like that. So then you're going to make its head. So you're going to kind of squish its neck where you want its neck, and you're going to take another rubber band and you're going to tighten it around the neck. I usually try and do it 2 or 3 times just to make sure that it's secure, and so that gets us to this point. Okay? So at this point you can decide whether your snowman is going to have a scarf, in which case you would wrap a ribbon or piece of fabric around its neck and tie it, and you can add buttons then too, but I am going to make a sweater. So I have got my holiday sock with cute little Rudolphs on it, and this sock is going to be both the hat and the sweater. So you're going to cut it above the heel again to make the sweater, and then you're just going to dress your snowman. And try not to burn yourself on the glue gun that I just knocked over. So sometimes the fuzzy socks are a bit easier. They have a bit more stretch, but they don't come in quite as many cute prints as the other ones do. Okay, so to get the printed sock on, I found that it was actually easier to get on my snowman if I cut off this little cuff. And that's okay, because all I'm going to do now is tuck the rim of the sock in, and I'm just going to secure it with a few little dabs of glue. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so I finished gluing just around his neck to secure it, and then I've also just glued the bottom closed. If you don't have a glue stick or you prefer it, you can also sew both of these options. I just use the glue gun because it's quick and fast. So yeah, so you just put him aside again for a second, and we're going to go back to our sock. So we have this part of the sock left. So you're going to cut the heel off again, just like so. So that leaves you with just the toes, and that makes your hat. So you just decide where you want the front of your snowman. And so I'm going to kind of go here so that the reindeer's just off to the side. And I'm gonna put, whoops, I lost his face. So you kind of make it the way you like it. So you see he kind of looks like this. And again, I'm just gonna secure the edge with some dabs of glue. So I am gonna tuck in my sock just like this to give it a nice straight seam. I'm gonna do that and I will be back to show you the next step. Okay, so this is what you've got now. So your snowman is missing his face. So you can use pom-poms or buttons, or I am just going to draw my face on. I have markers that I stole from the Kids Craft cupboard. And you don't need to worry whether they're washable or not because you're not sticking him in the wash because that would be a sticky mess. So you can draw on your snowman's eyes however you would like. I'm gonna do little sleepy half moon eyes, but you could do stone eyes, or if you're really good at drawing regular eyes, you could do that. But so that's what mine looks like. And then I'm gonna give him a little smile as well, just a wee one, because he's a happy little snowman. And then at that point, you can decide whether or not you want to bother giving him a nose. I, of course, am, because he's a snowman. So I've got my orange Sharpie, and I'm gonna give him just a little triangle nose. So I don't know if you can see that. There's space. So at this point, you can decorate your snowman however you want. You can give him a scarf on top of his sweater, which is what I'm gonna do because I didn't like the way my gluing went. And I'm also going to stick a little embellishment on his hat. So I'm just gonna go and finish up my snowman, and I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay, so I finished my snowman, and this is what he looks like. He's got a little scarf made out of ribbon around his neck, just because I didn't like the way the gluing looked after I was finished. And it's a happy accident because I actually really love his little scarf. And I gave him a little bell on his hat because, well, we know I love bells.
Hey guys! Hope you enjoyed those step-by-step instructions on how to make your very own sock snowman with Kate. Kate showed me how to make my own sock snowman. Here he is. So he gets to join me here at the library every day, and I love him to pieces. I loved this activity so much that I did a whole evening with all of my kids, and we made a sock snowman army. So you'll see a picture of all of the fun sock snowmen. The kids could not stop talking about how many presents they were going to give this year, and I hope that all of our friends and family are ready for their very own sock snowman, especially made by Cameron or Bailey.
Once you get used to making these sock snowmen, you can do all sorts of other things in a similar way. You could make penguins if you use black socks. Or you can also do these little gnomes. It's done in the same way as the snowman, only instead of his neck, I put the elastic just smaller to make his nose. And then this is just yarn that has been separated. So I hope you have a great time making your own snowmen. But in the meantime, we can't forget this week's question. So I am going to ask you, what did I say you could stuff your snowman with besides rice? And you know what, if you have any ideas that I didn't offer, you can mention those as well. All right, I hope you had a great time making your snowman, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye!